What's up, everybody? Feels like it's been forever since I've talked to you. I love doing the afternoon shows because there's so many people in, like Oklahoma, that I haven't seen in forever and a day. Welcome back. Whoop, whoop. Chrissy, good Lord. I don't know where the hell she's been. Damn, Chrissy. Let's see who else we have in here. Grieving Mama, good afternoon. I'm glad you're here. Danny Dane, she's going to love this. Well, not love it, but you know what I'm talking about. There's our friend Joanne. There's Pat. Charlotte, I have not seen you in a long time. So glad you're here. So glad you're here. Tell you what, these assholes are really pissing me off. It's so easy for me to be like, well, that's what they do over there in Kentucky. Oh my God, fuck Arkansas. Arkansas just really knows how to screw it up. Okie softball girl, hey, what's up? Hey, did you see what's going on? The recruits we have at OU for softball? Woo, I'm telling you. These two pieces of shit, Joshua Denton in his boo thing, Ashley Rowland. Like Danny Dane, she goes, LOL, we do though. We do. Nothing gets me going more than when I say, fucking Missouri. Well, I figured shit like that was going on there. So when I have to say something about my own state, you know the shit is serious. Let's take a second and welcome everyone because I am fired up. Okie High said, me too. So much easier. Can we all just blame Texas for everything? Come on, put a 1 in chat if we can just blame Texas. Texas, I mean, where I live, it's just easier to be like, well, damn Texas, This one, we have to take 100% for. Okay. Oh, Sarah's a Texan. Boomer Sooner Baby said 1. Let's just go ahead and blame Texas. Okie Softball Girl said 1. Let's just go ahead and blame Texas. Yeah. Sadly, state of Oklahoma owns this shit. Oklahoma man allegedly, well, there's no alleged here, raped his daughter, 6 years old, and then shot his girlfriend's 2-year-old daughter with a BB gun before she went missing. Is she missing? Or did Ashley Rowland really sell her to a guy named Carlos at the TA in Council Bluffs? That's a neighborhood in Oklahoma City, for meth. They're not telling the truth. Joshua Denton is accused of physically abusing his girlfriend's 2-year-old daughter before her disappearance. She's been missing since 2022. How come nobody knew about this? And I'm not one of those people that go, where's the Amber Alert? Where's the Amber Alert? Where's the Amber Alert? In this case, I'm going, where's the Amber Alert? If she knew she sold him to a guy named Carlos, then why is there no Amber Alert? Joshua Denton is accused of physically abusing his girlfriend's 2-year-old daughter before her disappearance and sexually abusing his own daughter. I'll tell you what. There's a time to use abbreviations, like we have to do here on YouTube. We go murder instead of murder, or unalive instead of suicide, or we'll say essay instead of sexual abuse. We're talking about the rape of a 6-year-old child. Now then, I'm super pissed about this. All right, there he is. He looks just like Don Wells Jr. or the third. Okie softball girl said, this case makes me so mad. I would love 5 minutes to ring with this mom. She wouldn't need jail. Yeah, we could save him. We could save him. Look at that. Look at that piece of shit. Who does he think he is? David Koresh? Who does he think he is? All right, here's the need to know. Police began investigating the disappearance of London Kerr in October. It's not October yet. And we're told by her mother, Ashley, that she gave her daughter to a drug dealer in April of 2022. What? Roland's two sons and the son and daughter of her boyfriend, Joshua Denton, were also interviewed during the investigation and alleged they were frequently abused by Denton. Hold on. This guy? Him? Oh, okay. Denton allegedly shot London with a BB gun and then poured hot sauce in her eyes, and then after raped his 6-year-old daughter. Okey doke. I'm going to call this Today in Oklahoma. Oklahoma said, so glad you're covering this. I keep seeing things on local news, but haven't looked into it. I knew you would have the info, Brooks. Thank you. Ooh, I tell you what, if it was up to me, they'd be in a hog farm in the damn panhandle. If you're from Oklahoma, you know what I'm talking about. Police investigating the disappearance of an Oklahoma woman's 2-year-old daughter, who would be 5 now. And I'm saying that not in jest. I do not believe she's alive. I do not believe some guy from Venezuela named Carlos bought her at the TA. No, ma'am, I do not. I do not. Ashley Rowland, 39, and her boyfriend, Joshua Denton, 40, are both facing multiple abuse charges after the 4 children living with the couple alleged that they were frequently abused by Denton, while Rowland allegedly stood by and did nothing. Boy, I tell you what, these bitches, it's like they all share the same book. Isn't that the truth? Every damn one of them. I don't mean you ladies, but you know who I'm talking about when I say these bitches. The youngest of the 4, Denton's daughter, also alleged that her father raped her in 2023 when she was just 6 years old, according to copies of the couple's arrest warrant. Detectives learned about these alleged offenses while investigating the whereabouts of a 5th child, which would be Ashley Rowland's daughter, London, who the other 4 children told police they haven't seen her since April of 2022. Let me at them. Look at London. Could you imagine shooting that baby with a BB gun and putting hot sauce in her eyes? Officers with the Moore Police Department. Speaking of Moore, Oklahoma, where is Karma? Where is Karma, Libra? Officers with the Moore Police Department first learned about London's disappearance in October when the Oklahoma Department of Human Services alerted them to the fact that they had been unable to execute a pickup order for the girl. Wow. For the millionth time. This bizarro world that we live in, where people say that social workers are investigators and social workers can actually guide the police, guide detectives, de-escalate, what have you. No. Bullshit. They should come in after the police have done their work. It's upside down. Y'all ever been on a Ferris wheel at the state fair? And you're going and you're going and you're going, and then it goes backward and you're like, oh, that feels really weird. That's what we're dealing with. These people that think you can deal with those people with kid gloves and think they're going to do different, well, guess what? I got a bridge to sell you. I've got a bridge to sell you. So yeah, good old DHS in Oklahoma finally got a hold of the police saying, we've been trying to pick up this girl all this time. Okay, so she's been missing since April of 2022. So this is in October of 2024. Detectives eventually located Roland and Denton at a Days Inn. I can guarantee where I know where that's at. It's over there by Frontier City, off of 35 in Oklahoma City. 8 days later, and questioned the two about London. Ashley gave her daughter London to a male she only knows as Carlos, a man she had bought methamphetamine from, Sergeant David Comadeka of the Oklahoma City Police Department wrote in a warrant. Roland allegedly told officers that she believed Carlos was London's real father. Okay. A claim that is later debunked in the warrant by investigators, given the date Roland claimed she and Carlos were physically intimate. Does Ashley understand conception and then what happens 9 months later? All right. I have no doubt that Ashley didn't do the horizontal boogaloo with someone named Carlos, okay? But Carlos is definitely not London's father. No. It says a claim that is later debunked in the warrant by investigators, given the date Roland claimed she and Carlos were physically intimate and London's gestational age at the time of her birth. This all happened in April of 2022. Roland allegedly said, while also informing police, that she had not seen her daughter or Carlos since that time. On October 30th, 2024, police arrested Roland and booked her into Oklahoma County Detention Facility on the charge of child abandonment. Look at her. Y'all want to know what's on her face? Look at her face. Y'all want to take a guess? Take a good look. What's on her face? That's not meth. It's not the herpes. Nope. 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 She has been given so many beads that she has gonorrhea around her mouth. Look at that. What the hell would you do if you woke up with that shit on your face? I couldn't find an ER fast enough. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The Oklahoma Virginia Wolf said, I've never heard of that. Oh my God. You want me to show you a video? Because if you slob a knob that's infected with it, your face will get it. Okay? But hey, I'm not the Tulsa County Health Department. I just know what I read. Oklahoma City Police Department became part of the investigation at this time and set about conducting interviews with Roland's two sons, 15 and 16, who, by the way, they're ruined. They're ruined. Ruined. They've had to be around her. Along with Denton's son, 10, and his daughter, now 8, who he raped when she was 6. I'm not going to say alleged because no way this child made it up. In his interview, Ashley Rowland's 15-year-old son alleged that Denton was abusive to London at the apartment and would hit her with wooden paddles and shoot a brown and black BB gun at her. He told police that Denton would allegedly tape him to a chair and then whip him with a belt as a form of punishment. Denton then allegedly told the boy he would kill him or make him disappear if he ever spoke about the abuse, according to the warrants. Rowland later denied her son's allegations in an interview and said she never witnessed either of her sons or her daughter being abused. Really? Really? Would you take her word for it? Look at her. Would you take Ashley Rowland's word for it? Look at that thing. Detectives said they were never able to track down or even confirm the existence of a Carlos based on the information provided to them by Ashley Rowland, who noted she was pregnant with Denton's child at the time of her interview. Really? So now the state of Oklahoma is giving her OB/GYN. We're giving her prenatal care. Who in here is from Oklahoma? Who in here? I don't need your address. Just put your hand up. Whatever you want to do. Put a heart in. Put a state of Oklahoma. Whatever. Besides me, Danny Dane said I was born there. Well, I cannot wait to tell DT Driver that when he gets his check tomorrow, and we all know what our checks look like after they take out taxes, because we got to pay for everybody else, that we're going to be paying for prenatal care for this piece of shit. Look at that. Melanie lives here. Hey, Melanie, you looking forward to that? Hey, Melanie, how about you and me put together an Amazon wish list for her? Kelly said, I've lived in Oklahoma for over 30 years. Kelly, how about you and I go to Cleveland County and we can have a whole baby shower for Ashley Rowland? What do you think? Oh, that baby will be up for adoption with a quickness. Rowland, who noted she was pregnant with Denton's child at the time of her interview with police, there he is again. Grieving mama said, I'm an Okie. Well, then you can come to the jail with me and Melanie and Kelly and Oklahoma Danny Dane can drive. She'll be our designated driver. And we can go and we can have a little baby shower in Cleveland County Jail for Ashley Rowland. Hell, we're doing everything else for her anyway. Denton's 2 children were interviewed by police and revealed new allegations of both physical and sexual abuse. Both children told police that they allegedly witnessed their father pouring hot sauce into the eyes of London prior to her disappearance and locking her in the closet. Okie softball girl's going to go too. Have a big old baby shower. The warrants say that shortly after police interviewed 4 children, Denton's daughter alleged to her therapist that she was sexually assaulted by her father. She later said in a forensic interview that her father allegedly raped and sodomized her, and that Rowland walked in and saw them naked, according to the warrants. I have a feeling YouTube's going to have a hard time with this show. The young girl also said that Rowland told her London was going to live with her dad a year prior to her sexual assault, according to the warrant. She said that Rowland told her this on the same day she told Rowland about the things that were going on in the house. Police then conducted a search of a storage space owned by Denton and Rowland, where they found a wooden paddle, a BB gun, all that matched the descriptions given by the children. Denton and Rowland were arrested on August 5th, so last Tuesday, and booked into the Cleveland County Detention Center. Denton is charged with lewd acts with a child, forcible sodomy, pattern of criminal offenses, and 6 counts of child abuse. His bail has been set at $500,000. Might as well set it at $1, because you know what? He don't got 10 cents either. He's not coming up with $5,000. I'm sorry, $50,000. Rowland is charged with pattern of criminal offenses and 2 counts of enabling child abuse. Her bail is $300,000. Denton and Rowland do not have legal representation at this time, according to their court documents. London, who turns 6 next month in September, remains missing. Well, I'll tell you what, I've got all day for these people. I've got all day for these people. Let's look at this. This is from KOCO in Oklahoma City.
The bottom line here, 5-year-old London girl is still missing. She hasn't been seen since 2022.
Great question, Okie softball girl. Why did it take this long to look for London? 3 letters. DHS. They had a complaint many eons ago. And in October of 2024, when they could not track down London, they finally gave their file over to the Oklahoma City Police Department, who actually did their due diligence, and then they contacted the FBI and the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation. 3 letters, DHS. They are not law enforcement. I'm sure they do great things. I'm sure they know how to speak to children. I'm sure they know how to go to schools and say, is everything okay at home? I'm sure they know how to go into someone's home and make sure that there's warm water and a fridge full of food. I'm sure they know all that. Beyond that, they need to stay the hell out of it. Because this, my friends, is Harmony Montgomery 2.0.
Police say the 2 people caring for her aren't helping find her, and now they say they were also abusing other children.
The two people caring for her aren't trying to help find her. No shit. No shit. No, they're not.
This is a brand new picture of London taken before her disappearance. Her mother, 39-year-old Ashley Rowland, and caregiver, 40-year-old Joshua Denton, now both in police.
And you know what's really messed up? Is people that know, well, they always misspell things on the news, at least my local news. It's Ashley Rowland, not Ashley Warland. He was pimping her out to make money. Talking about Ashley. That's the reason they were holed out at the Super 8, over by Frontier City. Okie softball girl said, I get it now. I called DHS on my ex and told them where he was. They called me 2 months later saying they found him. I said, me too. He died of OD last week. That was 25 years ago. That's what I'm talking about. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, they don't need to be involved in anything. It should go police, and once their investigation is over, then let them handle it. Now, do we have any men in the chat? I think Virginia Woolf is in here. Anyone got a dude around you? Would you even think about going to the TA in Oklahoma City, Chris, okay, and letting that thing shine your knob? No, not me. No, thank you. She makes Candace Wells look like a Victoria's Secret model.
Now both in police custody, arrested Tuesday in OKC. KOCO obtaining court documents this afternoon outlining horrific details of child abuse involving multiple children over the course of several years, including allegedly pouring hot sauce into the eyes of the child. Another incidents too horrific for our newscast. While they work on those cases, police say they're focused on finding London.
Our investigators so far haven't learned much to this point. There's been a lack of credible information given to investigators as to the whereabouts of this young girl.
Yeah, you think? And they're way behind the 8 ball. I mean, way behind. Never give up, said my old man said, heck no. Heck no. Heck no. Heck no. Danny Dane, could you imagine showing that thing to Big Daddy? Mile High Sniper said, what the hell is on that bottom lip? It's called gonorrhea. That's what happens when you make $10 at the Travel America in Oklahoma City. $10, and you can imagine for what, Mile High?
So we're still actively working the case.
More police were originally working this case. They told us last year Rowland gave London to someone who was selling meth to her. They put out a statement today urging anyone with information to come forward. Now, I asked police where they are looking for the child. He says everywhere, no location is off the table. Reporting live in the newsroom, Olivia Hickey, KOCO 5 News.
I don't know what they're going to do, because I don't think for a minute any dude named Carlos has had London since 2022 after she had been beaten with a wood paddle, shot with BB guns, and had hot sauce put in her eyes. I just don't think so. No. All right, let's look at this. This is from OSCN. Okay, I'm looking at Joshua Denton. What do you know? He didn't pay his bills either. Okay, where is he at? Criminal misdemeanor. This is not a misdemeanor. Traffic, I don't care about that. Let's see. Let's see. What's the misdemeanor for? Obstructing an officer. Shocker. Okay, let's see. What is this? This is from October 12th of 2024, bail jumping. bail jumping. Defendant Joshua Paul Denton was charged with count 1 of bail jumping. Okay, warrant of arrest. He got recalled. Yeah, what a great citizen. Okay, then on the 5th. Uh-oh. Well, in Oklahoma, when you see it blank like this, it's because it has to do with horrific things that have happened to a child. Let's look at Amanda Rowlands. Give me a moment. Let's see. Ah, what do you know? Criminal felony, same day, blank. Yeah. Yep. I just have a feeling that they're going to find out that London has passed away. I'm telling you. Okay. This dude is putting it together, the AFC podcast, and I'm an AFC fan. He's got more information than I can find.
That's where I'm.
Hold on. Betty Smith said, you know what DHS rewards you for? Closed cases. I worked there. You're not the first one that's told me that. I've actually heard about internal bonuses for social workers that have the most closed files. And we're not talking about a little bit of money. I am so glad, Betty, that you confirmed that. Hey there, Like the Morning. By the way, is everybody subscribed? Is everybody reminded? Because we have 2 shows again tomorrow, and we also have another channel. I'm going to start talking about some other things on the other channel. This one is for crime.
Originally from, I got to give Oklahoma another L. Oklahoma has presented some very interesting stories when it comes to child abuse specifically. And this one.
Thanks for bringing it up, afcmatters@gmail.com. I know.
I don't think it's going to be any exception. This one.
Look at that bitch. Look at her, that damn purple hair and shit. Still got that gonorrhea around the mouth.
Has no explanation. It has no rhyme or reason to it. We don't even have the child's name or face or anything. That's
okay. This is from a year ago because she could not remember her daughter's name.
how weird this story is. But before we get into the details, if you've never been to my channel before we talk about this woman who literally looks like she ate a highlighter and it infected her hair, let me give you guys a disclaimer. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use
I need some shit like that. Where's Kat?
I think she's lying, but nonetheless. She is allegedly 39 years old out of Oklahoma, and she's been arrested in connection with the disappearance of her young daughter more than 2 years ago. Why are we just finding out about this is beyond me. Allegedly giving the then 2-year-old girl to a man that was selling her drugs. It just don't get much dumber than that, right? But nonetheless, Ashley Rowland was taken into custody last week and charged with child abandonment in connection with the disappearance of her daughter, who authorities said has not been seen since 2022, Tulsa CBS affiliate KOT TV reported. Now, according to a report from the Oklahoma City ABC affiliate KOCO, which I think is Channel 4, if I'm not mistaken. Agents, hold on, lost my page here. We're going to get back there. Agents with the Oklahoma Department of Human Services.
People are in his chat saying meth ages you fast. Hard life for drugs. You can see it. No. She's got the gondo. She's got the gondo around her mouth. Okay? Because she's been given Hummers at the Travel America in Oklahoma City. Betty, I so much appreciate you confirming what I've heard. Thank you.
Services in April 2023 were tasked with taking custody of the toddler, but weren't able to locate this baby. The agents were able to locate and get in touch with Roland at a residence in Moore, Oklahoma, which is located about 10 miles south of OKC. When they made contact with Roland, she allegedly claimed that the little girl was staying at her father's home in Georgia. However, authorities said they were later able to determine that Roland was lying about the whereabouts of her daughter and contacted the Moore Police Department. And during a subsequent interview with detectives, Roland allegedly admitted that in April of 2022, she gave her daughter to an individual named Carlos, some random fool drug dealer.
There's no Carlos. And she goes, well, I thought Carlos was London's father. Well, she also couldn't remember London's name. Okay? Real Rockin' Robin said she swallowed all of it, just saying. Big gulp. Big gulp. Remember that back at the 7-Eleven? We had the big gulps all the time? That's her new name. Big gulp. That's her new name. Ashley Rowland. This is not the last time you're going to hear about this case, my friends. Okay? Now, I'll tell you what. We have a pattern of abuse in the house. Okay? He raped the 6-year-old. Do not tell me that he did not. Hey, those spankings and that BB gun and the hot sauce were there for a reason against little London. I have a feeling that he did the same thing to her. And she's not, I would say at 2 years old at the time, as strong as a 6-year-old. They're going to wind up saying she was murdered. And this bitch doesn't care.
Her name, Carlos. Carlos for drugs. Your child for drugs to Carlos.
There's no Carlos.
And you don't know
There's
a
no
phone number, an address, or nothing.
There's no Carlos.
So you thought that little of your child. If you ask me, this is the type of shit that I believe needs a life sentence in prison if you're going to be this damn dumb. Okay? We already have children who are being stolen across the country, let alone you giving your children away, your legacy away. You know, you're disrespecting your family, the child's father. Won't give him a chance, but you'll give.
She don't know who London's father is. I'm telling you that right now. She does not know who the baby's daddy is. Anyone that says, where are the grandparents? Where are the aunts and uncles? Does she look like she puts out a Christmas card list every year? Her and Joshua? No. These are nasty. These are scum of the earth people.
Carlos a chance, right? Like just the addiction of drugs cannot be. There ain't no drug that's that damn good. I'm sorry, it's just not. I refuse to believe it. Maybe I ain't done enough drugs. Okay. Anyway, she admitted that she gave her baby away to some fool named Carlos. She further stated she believed it was possible that Carlos could be the girl's biological father, but she did not actually know. According to KOCO, that's what they reported. So here's the thing. If she thinks that's her baby dad, how does she not know how to catch up with him? Again, that's pathetic.
How would she not know? She supposedly, now, first of all, why would you sell her to Carlos for meth when Carlos is her father? Now, I'm not trying to be racist. I get really tired of being accused of that, but Carlos sounds like a Hispanic name. Gonorrhea Lips, there on the screen, she is not Hispanic. She's as white as Wonder Bread. And London has blonde hair and blue eyes. There is no Carlos. No. No. You might as well say Beetlejuice has London.
Pathetic. The highest level of patheticism. Rowland allegedly said that she had not seen her child since giving her child to Carlos, who was selling her methamphetamine at the time. She's got a meth face, right? KOTV reported. She also was not able to tell investigators anything about the man except that she believed he was planning on traveling to Mexico and he did not have identification papers for the child. But this is who you had unprotected sex with. So you just sleep with anybody and just do anything, and your box is just available for anybody.
AFC, does she look picky? Does she look picky? Okay, she's not, all right? Now, this is when Lisa K. Ruitz would come in and say, oh, but she had a horrible childhood and stuff like this. Now, I'll tell you what, she'll wrap that juice box around any pogo stick, all right? She will put that expired Capri Sun, that juice box, around any pogo stick she can find. Yep. 5 in the back. 10 in the front.
Got a little bit of meth. Is that the way that goes? That is, what do we call that? We got a hashtag for that. What's our hashtag for that? Let me see. Hashtag when you date hillbillies, you date death. Hashtag hoodbillies. Hashtag snowbillies. Hashtag methbillies. Yes? Police reportedly told KOTV that the child would currently be 5 years old, but they do not know if she's still in the country or whether she's even alive or not. This is a very active case we're working on diligently, the department said in a statement to the station. All leads are being investigated in relation to the location of the child. And if you have any information, please contact the Moore, Oklahoma Police Department. Oklahoma DHS reportedly told KOCO that
there is no Carlos. You see, people like this are actually, let me give you guys some breaking news. You're going to die when you hear this. Everybody ready for some breaking news? Okay, this is live from the CLL news desk. I hate when people throw around words like racist, racist, racist. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. People like Ashley Rowland and Joshua Denton, they truly are racist. You know why? Because the minute they get pinched on a crime, it's always going to be some black guy did it, some Mexican guy, some Indian guy. How convenient. Oh, a guy named Carlos. No. People like this, they truly are racist. They're never going to say a black guy did it. I'm sorry, not a black guy. They're never going to see a white guy did it. That's where you find it. Skanks.
department cannot comment on specifics of the case, but said the entire situation was heartbreaking and unimaginable. Here's another insult to injury. Rowland is currently being held in the Oklahoma County Detention Center in lieu of a $3,000 bond. And I'm going to tell you, Oklahoma, because I'm going to be down there this weekend. I think that y'all got that wrong. If I need to go down there to the county.
Woo! Woo! We're going to have a party in Oklahoma because AFC Matters is coming down.
Or whoever it is that I need to talk to ask questions. I'm just.
Great point, Susan. And who was the nanny? Zanny. Somebody supposedly from Guatemala. No. No. When people like Ashley and Joshua just pick a race out of the air, that, my friends, is a problem. Remember Susan Smith saying that she was carjacked by a black man? And she gave, her description of this black man, it almost caused a race riot in the Southeast. People were so upset. No. There's no Carlos. I have a feeling, a really good feeling, that Joshua and Ashley killed London. I do.
Just curious how y'all can't provide. If you're looking for a child, a missing, lost, stolen child.
Y'all are getting me wound up. Webs of Deceit said Letitia too. Yep, some Mexican dude named Eduardo raped her. Tell you, trash. Tell you what, we're getting a lesson in sociology.
You can't give us a name. You can't give us a picture. You can't give us a height. You can't give us a clothing description. You're looking for a child, and it's imperative that a life is in danger, and you give us zero information about how to track this child down. No Amber Alerts, no nothing. Nothing at all. A $3,000 bond. So you're telling me that's what this child's life is worth when this child has been put in danger by her mother. It could be a life and death situation. I'd say that bond probably needs to be closer to no bond. She should.
It's $300,000 now, and old boys is $500,000. People ask, why did that take so long? Because it took that long for child forensic psychologists to speak to the 15-year-old, the 16-year-old, and now 8-year-old.
Have an opportunity to get out. Because guess what? $3,000, a $300 bond by anybody feeling sorry for this sad sack of crap can get her out of jail real quick.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
I just think that's ridiculous, and I think Oklahoma got this very wrong. Let me give you guys the fair usage, and then we'll go from there. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted.
Yeah, Nick, we do. We can.
A 2-year-old given away by her own mother.
Police say the child was handed over to a man she was buying meth from. Now, years have gone by and nobody has seen the man or the child.
News 4's Hunter Elise is on Crime Watch with details. Hunter.
Jolene and Kevin, court papers detail how the Department of Human Services.
I mean, I hear what y'all are saying. Y'all said she should have got $1 million bond or no bond. I would say no bond, because $1 million bond, because we don't know that this child has been murdered or anything like that. That's usually when you get those $1 million bonds. But $3,000 bond just seems way too low. Let me ask y'all this. If you were to go into Walmart and go steal some groceries, I guess, you think they would give you a $3,000 bond? That sounds about like what you get a $3,000 bond for.
Hell no. If I went and stole a bunch of groceries, hell, they'd have me licking the floor. Hey, brainworms, have you heard about this? You're in the same region as me. It's been all over KOTV. They'd have me licking the floor. I'd be doing community service till the day I died.
A missing child that you gave away.
Hold on, Webs of Deceit is blowing my mind. So suddenly, her main drug dealer, what'd she do? Just get clean? What a great point. So mom just stopped buying meth from her meth dealer. Really? There's no Carlos.
For drugs ain't a comparable $3,000 bond, if you ask me. A lot of y'all are saying no bond. She knows how to get him if she wants her meth.
What I'm talking about.
So here's another thing, because fentanyl is a thing that's really prevalent in the country right now, right? So if you know that you're getting meth and this man hadn't gave you no fentanyl in order to kill you or whatever the case is, so if you know that you're getting good meth from this dude, you know how to get in contact with this man. This can't be your first time doing this, right? So I agree with you, Tanea. She has to know how to get in touch with this man. Every bit of this sounds wrong, and I hope they find this baby. Let's hear what the news had to say. Let's go.
Services started looking into the case last April. After an investigation and questioning, Ashley Rowland was arrested by Moore police.
A child missing. Her mother, Ashley Rowland, under investigation for allegedly giving her away to a man she was buying meth from. The court papers say in April of 2022, investigators learned a child was missing. A year later, DHS got involved but couldn't find Rowland or her child. They eventually tracked her down at an address in a Moore neighborhood. Rowland told investigators her child was with her father in Georgia. Officers later found that wasn't true. When Rowland was questioned again, she gave a new explanation, this time claiming she gave her daughter, who was 2 at the time, to a man named Carlos, who she was buying drugs from. Rowland claiming Carlos was the possible father. She also admits she was on drugs and was buying drugs from Carlos when she gave her daughter to him. Court documents say Carlos told Rowland he was going back to Mexico. Now, more police are doing everything they can to find the girl, saying this is a very active case that we are working diligently on. All leads are being investigated in relation to the location of the child. DHS couldn't comment specifically on the case, but says situations like those described in this affidavit are heartbreaking and unimaginable. Like the rest of the community, Oklahoma Human Services reels in concern for this child's safety.
Ashley Rowland says she hasn't seen Carlos or her daughter since April of 2022. The little girl would be 5 now. Police were unable to share any photos with us. Rowland also couldn't tell investigators anything that would help them identify Carlos, including his last name or a good description of him.
Yeah. No, she did. She did. She said he just looked Mexican. That's what she said. He just looked Mexican. What? What? That's like saying Sydney Sweeney just looks white or OJ just looks black. He just looks Mexican. Gotta be kidding me. They are not taking this Carlos thing seriously.
Abby and Jess, a judge found that Ashley Rowland needs to post a $100,000 bond on a child abandonment charge. But by the time all the paperwork was done, Rowland was already out of jail on a $3,000 bond that she was handed when she was booked. Now, one child advocate tells me it's just not good enough.
Far too many of these kids fall through the cracks.
39-year-old Ashley Rowland arrested last week for...
Oh, this is where I'm going to lose it. If I hear one more lawmaker say they just fall through the cracks, I'm about to put my crack on their face. I get so tired of that. I get so damn tired of these fucking politicians ramming things down our throat. They have all the evidence, especially with these politicians, and nothing ever happens. Paper Slut said Ashley looks like 99% of the females on the Facebook dating app. Well, then you are a busy boy, Paper Slut. Look at that. Paper Slut, his dance card is full. Can everyone please give a round of applause to Paper Slut? He be swapping. Woo! I didn't know. Paper Slut likes those potholes lined with gonorrhea. Good for you. High five. Hey, listen. You can always train them. You can always train them.
Work was done. Rowland was already out of jail on a $3,000 bond that she was handed when she was booked. Now, one child advocate tells me it's just not good enough.
Far too many of these kids fall through the cracks.
39-year-old Ashley Rowland arrested last week for child abandonment after police say she admitted to giving her.
So y'all heard that she got out on the $3,000 bond. I told y'all that's really not a lot at all. It's super easy to get out.
2-year-old daughter to a man selling her meth. She was released Tuesday morning after posting a $3,000 bond. But court records show on that same day, a judge ordered Rowland to post a $100,000 bond. KOCO reached out to the judge. His office says the paperwork wasn't completed in time, and now an arrest warrant will be issued. They said Rowland would have to be taken back into custody.
So $100,000 actually sounds more correct. So basically, they let her out mistakenly on a $3,000 bond, and now they're going to have to go back and rearrest her. That's just silly as hell that they got that wrong. It just don't seem like they're taking this very seriously.
Then post that higher bond he ordered. Child advocates say she shouldn't have been booked on that low of a bond in the first place.
Right.
They need to do what they can to make sure that she is detained and that she is assisting in trying to locate this child.
Court documents say Rowland told police she hasn't seen the little girl since April 2022 and that she gave the child to a man named Carlos who may be in Mexico.
After 2 years, you just don't know. And the fact that this went unreported, where were family members? Where were neighbors? Anybody who suspected this child was in danger by law was supposed to pick up the phone and make that call.
Documents say the investigation began in April 2023 when DHS was asked to pick up the child but couldn't find her. Now,
there are so many red flags here that go beyond Joshua and Ashley. Falling through the cracks is unacceptable, even if you live in Oklahoma. DHS in any state in charge of any sort of law enforcement, especially with our most vulnerable citizens, is unacceptable. Now, I just want to remind everyone that this is from a year ago. Now, Homegirl and Home Skillet, they're back in jail because now that the forensic child psychiatrists have spoken to the other children, we now know it's not about Carlos. It's not about Carlos anymore. I truly believe, in my opinion, allegedly, whatever we have to say, that London was murdered. Paper Slut said, member for 9 months, that's basically a baby. Woo! Woo! Little baby Paper Slut. Little chubby cheeks.
more than 1 year later, police say they're actively searching for her, and she would now be 5 years old.
If a child is missing, there need to be alerts issued. You need to issue an Amber Alert, do what you can figure out the way to age the child from the last known photo, if there is a photo. The stories you hear on these cases, there's never a good outcome. No matter what happens, the child, if found, is going to undergo years of therapy at best.
Now, Oklahoma City Police confirmed today they are assisting the Moore Police Department with this case. Now, we've been asking the Moore Police Department for the name of that child, a photo, something to help find her. They say that they're not releasing that. Reporting live, Elise Jones, KOCO 5 News.
Yeah, they don't have that photo. That's why. They don't have that photo. The last photo they have of London is from when she was 2 years old. There is no Carlos. I guarantee there's a lot of meth. There's a lot of pipes. There's a lot of Super 8 motels. I guarantee there's a lot of that. I will not say for a second that any of the children that lived with Ashley and Joshua are lying. Because everything is sealed for a reason. And that SANE exam that was done on Joshua's daughter, it's going to tell everything. If you don't know what a SANE exam is, I'm not putting it up here because this is YouTube. This is YouTube. All right?
He said they arrested 39-year-old Ashley Rowland last week after she admitted she gave the child to a man she was buying meth from. This affidavit claims in April 2023, DHS was asked to pick up the little girl but couldn't find her. DHS got in contact with Rowland at this house and more. That's when Rowland claimed the child was, quote, with her father in Georgia. DHS learned that wasn't true. The next time Rowland was interviewed by police, she admitted she gave the child away to a man named Carlos and that she hadn't seen him or the girl since April 2022. Rowland told investigators Carlos could be the child's father, but...
How many lies did Alicia Adams tell about the murder of Athena Brownfield? The whole time she knew that she had her in a closet, was starving her, and was beating her. And that was also in Moore, Oklahoma. London is somewhere around Moore, Oklahoma. And this has nothing with Moore, Oklahoma. This has to do with these nasty ass people.
She wasn't sure. She says she doesn't know his last name or have any identifiable features for police to find him, but that he was going to Mexico. Now the people living on this street say they see children in the yard where Rowland was arrested every once in a while, but they don't really know her or the family. KOCO reached out to DHS about the case. They said they can't comment on the investigation, but the situation is heartbreaking and unimaginable, and they're grateful for those working to find her. The affidavit says that little girl would now be 5 years old. We asked Moore Police if they can release the child's name or a photo to help in the search for her. They weren't able to yet. Now, Rowland is in the Oklahoma County Jail on a $3,000 bond. Reporting, Elise Jones, KOCO 5 News.
$300,000. Someone needs to get their facts straight. Oh, I forgot. This is before. All right, more abuse claims.
This case goes back to April 2022, and this girl has not been seen since then. Both suspects each had their own kids. They were key witnesses for police.
I know that some of the criminal offenses that occurred were in Oklahoma City.
Ashley Rowland and Joshua Denton, both arrested this week after this girl, London Kerr, vanished.
Okay. So there's London. Right there. Now remember, she keeps saying Carlos, who's from Mexico, and looks like every Mexican. I couldn't imagine describing anyone saying they look like every Mexican. London does not look Hispanic at all. No, she does not. I have a feeling Ashley has zero idea where London Kerr came from. And remember, Ashley's last name is Rowland. I actually wonder if London is even her child. I'm serious.
She's Ashley's daughter. Oklahoma City police are the lead investigators, but London Kerr's case involves the Moore Police Department too.
The primary caregivers or people who were last known to be with that child.
Let's go back to September of 2024. Court records show Moore police officers learned DHS had talked with Ashley Rowland, who said London was with her father in Georgia. That turned out to be false. Weeks later in October, DHS showed up to the home where they thought London Kerr was living with her mom. But the residents there told police they hadn't seen London in 2 or 3 years.
She would be a different age than when she went missing at this point.
London was 2 years old in 2022 and would be 5 now. When police interviewed Ashley Rowland, the court documents say she gave her 2-year-old to a man known as Carlos, who she had bought meth from in the past. In the documents, it says, quote, he was possibly London's father, but Ashley was not sure. Carlos had told Ashley he was going back to Mexico. She was arrested in October last year, but bonded out of jail. However, Ashley later said she lied to investigators and said Carlos did not sell drugs or do any meth.
We don't have very credible information from, as I said, the people that assumed responsibility or had custody of this child. And so when we take over an investigation, we have to go back and look at what's already been documented and go from there. So time is of the essence.
But the documents also show Ashley and her boyfriend, Josh Denton, each had other kids who told police they endured multiple instances of abuse themselves and witnessed abuse on London too. The court documents say a 15-year-old saw Denton hit London with a wooden paddle and even shot a BB gun at her. That same teenager told police he was duct taped to a chair and hit with a belt. The documents say, quote, Josh threatened to kill him if he told police and additionally threatened to make him disappear. Other kids were interviewed by police in March this year, including an 8-year-old who said she also witnessed physical abuse on London. And investigators learned this 8-year-old was sexually abused by Josh. But in the midst of all this, police...
Quit calling it sexual abuse. When we know from the court records that 6-year-old was sodomized and raped. That is what she said. She didn't say it in those words. She pointed where things went. Okay? That's why, as I showed you earlier in the show, everything is so graphic, it is sealed.
Police are still looking for London Kerr, still missing and still endangered.
We get a lot of answers in some cases with tips or new information that we can receive with the public's help.
And as far as where the child is, police say it's completely unknown. They would not give us a specific area. In Oklahoma City, Jason Berger, KOCO 5 News.
Now, I would like to follow this through the court records, but since everything is sealed because such horrific things have been done to minor children, it's going to be a little tough. It will be. Anybody want to take a deep breath and celebrate something that's super, super important to me? Anyone? Anyone? Well, I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. I don't want to hear one thing about Trump. He has nothing to do with this. But you know who I'm looking at.
Be here as we officially announce the incredibly talented artists who will be celebrated later this year at the 2025 Kennedy Center Honors. It's going to be a big evening. I've been asked to host. I said, I'm the president of the United States. Are you fools asking me to do that? Sir, you'll get much higher ratings. I said, I don't care. I'm president of the United States. I won't do it. They said, please. And then Susie Wells said to me, sir, I'd like you to host. I said, okay, Susie, I'll do it. That's the power she's got. This year, the board has selected a truly exceptional class of honorees. I mean, really exceptional. First is country music star, actor, and producer George Strait.
Can you believe that? King George is finally getting his Kennedy Center honor. Woo! Woo!
Michael Crawford is being honored.
Who the hell is that?
Next, we look forward to honoring three-time Oscar nominee, Golden Globe Award winner, and action movie icon, and a friend of mine, Sylvester Stallone. Fourth will be together celebrating one of the most revered singers of the American disco era, Gloria Gaynor. And finally, we'll be honoring one of the greatest rock bands of all time, Kiss.
Big day. Big day. It's coming on in December. Okie softball girls said yes. King of country music, George Strait. That is what I'm talking about. Melanie said awesome. Real Rockin' Robin said yes. Kiss. Finally. Some real artists. Nobody cares about that other shit. Look at this. Who wouldn't know where Jinbug is? But I'm telling you right now, there she is. You know she's happy about this. So happy for George Strait that he is finally getting his due. Look at it. I can smell the estrogen. Look at that. I can smell the estrogen. Jinbug said, my fave. Chrissy's doing cartwheels. Just Me said George Strait is her hall pass. Woo! Woo! Jinbug said, he's still so handsome. Real Rockin' Robin said, my favorite eye candy. Just Me's getting mad in the chat saying, get back, girl. Get back, girl. Jinbug. Love me some George. Love me some George. Sarah said, the same one who thinks OJ is a demon. Well, I know someone that lives kind of catty corner from Texarkana and Shreveport's not happy about this because she said George Strait was a demon. Just Me said he got better looking as he got older. Isn't that the shits? My husband does too. Betty Smith said he's so cute. He's so cute. There's Chrissy. George Strait is so good. To the others. Oh, what to do? What to do? Poppy said he's still a hottie. Woo! Paper Slut said, I need to add listens to George Strait in my dating profile. Got it. You know what, Paper Slut? I can help you with this. If you give me your password, I can set up your dating profile. It is 1:16 p.m. right now. I could have you laid by 4:23 p.m. this afternoon. I'm telling you. You are around all of these women. Okay? I'm telling you. And I don't mean by somebody with a gonorrhea mouth. We can have this done. Angel, I thought I was your friend. She said, don't do it. Fatal. Chrissy will help. Joanne came in. She goes, love me some George. Walking Dead will help. Hey, we want what's good for you. And I'm telling you right now, Paper Slut, I'm telling you, I'll have someone looking like a circus seal by 7 o'clock tonight. I'm telling you. You want to cuddle first? Hey, fine. That's fine. I'll find you someone to cuddle. I'm telling you. I can get this done real quick. Real quick. What age range are you looking for, Paper Slut? We're kind of off topic now. I don't know how old you are. Just Me said, find him a nice girl. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Baby Kisses said, I'm married. You're not going to be on the app. Don't worry about it. Joanne's single, but she's old, so she's not going to be on the app. What age range are you looking for, Paper Slut? He said, oh, don't let me derail this into dating with Paper Slut. Well, I'm going to screenshot that. And I have a feeling that's going to be on next topic with CLL next week. Just Me said we need someone who can keep him in line. Okay. All right. All right. Well, thank you guys for keeping me in line today, because I am furious about those pieces of shit in Oklahoma City and what they did. I'm telling you, I've just about had it. So I think I'm gonna reschedule the shows for tomorrow. I think we're gonna start out with Summer Wells, and then we're gonna go into Austin Drummond, because I haven't had time to go through his court hearing today. I'm a very busy woman. Very busy woman. Paper Slut said, y'all are too much. Ha 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 ha. Wait till I get your password. Wait till I get your password. Actually, if you could just give me your email, I can probably figure out the rest. Wait till I get your password. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. Now, don't ever tell her that a romantic dinner is at Olive Garden. Don't do it. Don't do it. We're looking for a girl that likes football. It doesn't have to be your team. Okay? We're looking for a chick that says, I like to sit and drink beer while you cook steaks out on the grill. Okay, chain restaurants aren't going to work. I told you I'm going to help you. I told you we don't do chain restaurants. We're going to get this worked out. Y'all, I have a whole new project in mind. Oklahoma said, I enjoyed my time with you today in chat. I won't be a stranger. I know, and you lost your membership. What happened there? There it is. Exactly. All right, you guys, I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to start using next topic with CLL more. But remember, that show, that channel is not about crime. That show is not about crime. And I'm going to do it earlier in the morning, get myself all wound up for our 9 o'clock show, and then, if we can, our noon show. But you guys are the absolute best. Best friends, best mod squad, best anything you can have on YouTube. You guys are the best. Love you.